We are.
New from Kenner's Star Wars collection, the Millennium Falcon that you put together.
This is where the fun begins. This is where the fun begins. This is where the fun. This is where the fun. This is where the fun begins.
Who's the big guy with the muscles?
This is where the fun begins.
Who's the big guy with the muscles?
All right, everybody, we're doing it. It's Tuesday night. It's time for Toy Anxiety. And I'll tell you what, there's not a technical difficulty in the world that's going to get this crew down.
Ain't no stopping now.
At least that's what we'll say. Inside, we're dying. Hi, everybody. My name is Craig Goldberg. Thank you for dealing with us on this wonderful Tuesday evening. We are live in Atlanta, Georgia. People are filing in. We finally figured out how to do internet. This is great. It only took us 20 years.
What is internet?
What is internet? Abigail Gardner's with us. What's up?
Hello, good evening. I've got all the Dragon Con energy, and I'm excited to see everyone.
There
These are
you
my
go.
friends, family.
From Vancouver,
Yeah,
British
you got
Columbia.
your swimsuit in the works.
Oh my god, it's a hot dog onesie.
There you go.
Just
Yeah.
wait and see.
Mind the gap.
Bring the relish.
Ryan Dole, what's up, man?
Hey, it's really hot here in Canada. Holy shit, the glaciers are melting.
All
Maybe that's
right.
what's causing our technical difficulties.
That's probably what's yeah, it's like hot. It's like in real measurements, it's 30. It's like close to like 30 degrees Celsius here. It's almost like the same temperature as like Dallas,
All right. There you go.
Damn.
There you go.
Dallas, Texas.
Uh,
That's
Be
disgusting.
careful.
But
And,
we have a power grid that works, so we're okay.
Jacob Walsh, what's up, man?
Hey, I'm just trying to figure out how this dial-up internet works.
Yeah.
We're all
Seems
struggling
like
tonight.
nothing. I'm trying to pull the feed up so I can watch it, and I don't think there is one. Or
No,
at least-
it's-
Well, put your phone back on the
It's-
receiver, man.
The one that says watch this one.
Yeah, there's two feeds. We had a technical difficulty earlier. We figured it out. We're not going to focus on that.
One of our feeds became self-aware and just continued.
Oh,
Yeah, it was like Terminator
okay.
Genesis, basically.
I found
Yeah,
it.
we got double feed.
Yes.
Double feed, but people are filing in, so we thank you guys for dealing with that. We're going to have some fun tonight. We got some stuff to talk about, toys to talk about, but let's just take a deep breath. Abigail,
I'm happy to be here.
what's going on in the chat?
The chat, I mean, they're filing in. I'm happy to see everybody like crossing back over from the other chat and following our directions, which say watch this one.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we're on, you know?
There
I'm
you
glad
go.
we stuck it out.
There you
Thanks
go.
for being here. Also, the chat maintained a
here.
life of its own, like when we weren't there.
It just
I don't
kept
even know if we
going.
need to be here.
Which
It's
is
like
not
when-
fair. I was kind of getting annoyed about that.
It's like
Yeah.
when you have
all
a
right, guys, chill
Like,
out.
not until I'm here, not until you can see me.
It's like when you have a party at your house and then you go to sleep, but people are like, "We're still going."
Yes.
Yeah.
That's never happened to me, but I
Yeah, I was
imagine
about
that's
to
what
say
it's
you-
like.
You've
never
never
had
had
a party in
roommates.
your life.
I've had it happen.
You had that happen?
Yeah, I used to live with some people who were in a band, so there would be a lot of parties.
Dang.
Oh, so
Don't-
cool.
Wow, man.
Don't
Abby
you
lived
still
like
live
the
with
best
somebody
life.
who's in a band?
I don't. Yeah, but it's not like that. Not like that.
There's no partying in this
There's
band.
no ragers going on.
Well, we
Not
appreciate
tripping
it,
over
guys.
a bump of coke.
Yeah, I don't know how.
Barely a band.
So listen. This is what we're gonna do. We got our weekly pickups. We're gonna be talking about. We got some news. We got a fun discussion topic tonight, and then of course, sad comments coming up later. I'm having this love-hate relationship with toys recently because I love them, and I hate myself for loving them so much.
Craig.
No,
We
it's
love
fine.
you.
It's fine. I don't want to say it's like a drug. Hi, Zach Myers is here.
You want me to go? Hey Zach, I know you just got here. Could you go? Our party's ended at 11.
So right, yeah, we're very tired. So here we go, folks. We have let's just go through weekly pickups because I know I had a little bit of a slower week, but this is funny. This is a fun comment from Jason Kreiser. He says, Craig just described my relationship with Doritos, which I also love Doritos. Hands down, favorite trip. What's the best flavor of Doritos? Can we
Okay.
talk about that for a second?
Cooler Ranch.
Let's do it.
Cool.
Let's all say it.
On the count of three.
3,
2, 1.
Spicy
Cooler Ranch.
nacho.
It's the
Ranch.
purple. It's the purple bag.
It's the purple. Is that what it's?
Jake's like, I do colors.
Spicy, sweet,
Sweet and spicy.
I love it.
Sweet chili heat.
No, dude, my
Right.
local gas station is always running out of the spicy nacho. It's like hot bread out there, dude. I can't get my hands on it. I'll tell you
like
what.
a
Spicy
Slimer.
bread.
So let's roundtable it. The chat's going. The people are here. Thank you guys for joining us.
Chat says Cool Ranch.
Ryan, did you have any pickups this week?
No, I've got some orders on the way, though. So that's exciting. I was hoping one was going to get here by today. It didn't.
All right.
So next week should be a very special week in Vancouver as far as toy anxiety is concerned.
So basically, you're dry this week. You're having a dry
Dude,
week.
I am very
All your
dry.
plugs are
There's not a moist corner in the house right now.
Now, when are we going to reveal? I'm not going to spoil it, but when does your thing that you've been working on come into light? I want to tease it for
Oh
everybody.
yeah, we only talk about that in the shadows.
Hey, the words "dry and wet" reminded Craig of this. By the way,
It did.
No, I did like a cosplay shoot. Again, another one. It's a little more topical as of last week. It would have been cooler if we did it right on the day. But I mean, hey, man.
Can I?
So much
Are we allowed to share?
Still,
Can-
it's so
can we-
cool. It's still so.
Ryan.
Yeah, you can share. I mean,
I'll tell you
the
what-
photos out there. It's on Twitter already.
It's on Twitter already. All right. Well, here in a few, I'll get my hands on it. We'll share some of what Ryan's been working on.
Yeah, stick around.
But Jake, do you have a pickup this week?
yeah, I got a few. I woke up Saturday morning and I said, you know what? I'm gonna go toy hunting today.
Nice.
And I,
Ooh, that's hot.
I drove a couple hours south to Ocala, Florida, where I knew there
Yeah,
was a couple
take it
vintage
south, baby.
toys. Dude, again, to prove, to Ryan's point, I went down to Florida and I did buy a couple things. The first thing I'll show off is just these little. I got these little. They are.
AJ, quick!
What did AJ say?
What? Wait, what AJ?
AJ
say?
says, I can't remember what Ryan was doing. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Okay. All right, Jake, keep going here.
Okay, guys. I got these 3 little My Pet Monster knockoffs. They were made by Soma, like in the early 80s, but they just put out a bunch of these little knockoffs. Whatever, they're cool. But
I like them.
Oh, those
thank
are cute.
you.
Well, Jake, which store did you get those in?
Those I got from Vintage Toy King.
Okay, in Ocala.
Ocala.
Okay, cool.
And and I also got these from Vintage Toy King. Hey, I started my
Oh, this is exciting.
Now
I
for
love
our-
Ewoks.
doing a bit of an Ewok here.
Oh, doing a bit of a Brandis.
Now, which Ewoks do we have here?
What is that? I think Lomat or what's his name?
Lomat?
Lumat.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, I just said the only name I know.
Longay. I don't
Yep.
know. Long
Low
Gray?
gray.
Low gray.
Low
Something
gray.
like that. Low Gray.
That's it.
Lo-fi.
Also,
Earl Grey and Earl Grey and yeah, I don't know.
And
I just
podcast.
Grey Poupon?
I've been wanting to pick up Ewoks and you know what? He had them, so I grabbed them.
Yeah, Jake, you kind of went down there with a purpose. You were like, hey, I'm going to buy some vintage Ewoks today. I'm going to get this collection started. And I respect that because there's only 9 and it's a fun series to collect for sure.
Yeah, I just want to have a shelf of Ewoks. Maybe not. I want to get a lot of that. What was it, like the Play School stuff they came out with? All the it's just really
Yeah,
there's
there's
a
a lot
lot
of Play School
there's a-
Ewoks, the Fisher Price
There's a lot
collection,
of
right? Like,
there's a lot of really fun, cute Ewok stuff out there. There's like a phone
Yeah.
that I think Fisher Price did. Just like I want to get all of the Ewok stuff. So
Very
dude,
cool.
you got it. There was someone here locally on Facebook Marketplace that had a vintage Ewok chalkboard.
Oh.
okay.
I should see if it's still up, and I'll send you the link.
Now
Yeah.
on my watch list on eBay, there's somebody in Florida a couple hours from me who's selling like a mint condition the Ewok. I think it might have been Play School that put it out, but it's like a toy chest. You got to kind of build it. It's
Yeah.
like nice looking. Somebody's selling it, but it's like a pickup only. But I'm like, hey, that's in driving distance.
Jake,
for me,
what
so.
started this? I know you've always had an interest in Ewoks, but you're going like
Other than Craig buying an Ewok at that very same store in front of you, and possibly sparking it.
No, but like, I know that once the Ewoks show hit Disney Plus, like, or the Caravan of Courage, you watch it like 17 times.
Yeah. I just have always liked the Ewoks, and you know, they're cool and fun and cute, and I've always
Well, you're a man of culture.
I'm a man of culture, and I don't really collect like vintage Star Wars, and I don't really love my like I love Star Wars to death. I fucking love it. I have a Star Wars tattoo on my face. Like, I love it. But my collection, it's always been a weird, I didn't know where to start or where to go or what to do. And, you know, I kind of started doing props. We all know that I just, like, one day something in my brain snapped and I bought a bunch of Hot Toys. But I was like, you know what? I was like, there's too much to try to get everything. So I just said, you know what? I'm going to collect the Ewoks.
Right.
So
That's great.
That's
I'm
what
excited
I
about
I
it.
love
Great
it.
spot.
That's very
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah.
dude. Ewoks
Thank
are the
you.
best.
You're a man
I
of the
love buying them,
forest.
too.
they're great, man.
Yeah, it makes
exactly.
sense.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Also, I love Warwick Davis.
Yes.
So I'm
Jake,
gonna
you know what
We're
we should do
chasing
for
him.
celebration?
Get him?
We should do a thing where
Kidnap
I
Warwick
start at one
Davis?
end.
That would
Well,
be
that we
make
should
a
do a
film
thing where
about
I
it.
start at one end of the con, and then I start at the other end of the con, and
Yeah.
then we try to see how much Ewok stuff we can find until we meet in the middle.
I love
I
it.
Yeah.
love that. Let's do that.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's. Yes.
So now, Ryan, I'm going to share a photo. This is
Is
great.
it safe for work?
Also, the Ewoks theme song.
Is it
awesome.
safe for work? That's what I was asking you. Can I share
Is
this?
anybody at
Oh
work?
yeah, dude, you can share it. There's no like testes or nipples. We're
Okay.
good.
Okay. So first, I'll show you Ryan and his friend who were doing the cosplay photo shoot. All right. I
Yeah.
love this. The Ryan Dole. I want to say something about Ryan. This guy's not fake. He lives the gimmick. Okay.
Yeah.
He does. There's
I'm like an '80s wrestler.
you are.
I live it.
Like, what do I know
I
about
carry
Ryan?
a knife on me at all times.
He
and
loves
I live
Catwoman.
All right, so here Ryan says, "Hey, I'm doing a cosplay photo shoot tonight. I'm wearing my Batman getup," and here we go.
He talks the talk. He walks the walk.
So here we have Toy Anxiety co-host Ryan Dole living what I can only refer to as the absolute best life possible. So
This
now,
is inaccurate.
oh man, let's just say this: Ryan
Don't do that.
Ryan took a trip to Arkham City and got a little tongue-tied while he was there. Now listen,
in an alley on a dumpster. It's like one of the
Lost on
roughest
the south
areas of
side.
town.
now let's go ahead. Ryan, give your friend a shout out because this is actually a really great. You guys look amazing. So what's I don't know, plug anything you need to plug, the photographer or anything
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
if you the photographer is Insta Dave. You'll find him on Instagram, and you'll find him on TikTok. He does all his behind-the-scenes stuff. He uses like real fire. We got smoke machines, fog machines. Oh gosh, it's insane. The guy's crazy,
awesome.
and he's really, really good. My friend Katie, she goes under Katie DeCobre on Instagram and all her social medias. She usually just cosplay. Well, she doesn't just cosplay Baroness, but she cosplays Baroness probably the most out of all her other little gimmicks. And she also does like a really killer Red Sonja, and she actually went up to Alaska where the glaciers are and stuff and took like photos of her as Red Sonja. and
Where the
stuff.
glaciers
Yeah.
were. They're not there
They've
now.
melted
They've
since.
Well,
melted.
they're not there today. Clearly, they're all gone, and now dinosaurs.
Katie's
have
very
unfrozen.
cool. Follow her on Instagram. She also loves Ghostbusters.
I just want
does
to.
love
I want to read.
Ghostbusters.
I just want to read two comments. One from Zach Myers that says, "This is why Superman works alone."
I knew that was coming. That's why I had it lined up already.
Oh, did you have it? You're ready to go. There's also a funny one from Jessica Parker that says, "I wish you would have been in an Alf costume."
Yes.
Now,
Gosh, who do I? Wrong Canadian there, Jessica.
now let's
That's funny.
getting back to what Jake was talking about, I love this comment from iBrandon3G from earlier. He says, "Don't you just hate it when your brain snaps and you buy a bunch of hot toys?" which is what Jake's going through.
love it.
So
It happens.
Yeah.
it
it
happens.
happens
One
to
of
the
those
best of
days.
us. So Ryan, congrats on your photos. Jake, congrats on your Ewoks. And Jake, what else,
Thank
man?
you. So I also went to another store, a place that was new to me, and it's Vintage Toy
Universe.
Universe.
Yes.
Yes. Now this place was ridiculous. It was very small, but it was packed. It had, enough things for 3 stores its size. It was packed in. I don't want to. there was some great stuff there. The guy working, I talked to him. He seemed like a cool dude. I don't understand the concept behind whoever stocked this store, because it's almost impossible to move around in certain places. There were things just like, I took a picture of an Ecto 1A like complete, just laying on its back on the middle of the floor in a pile of toys. I was like, I was
Ghostbusters
walking.
activist. You had to take care of
It's
it.
like it's like a turtle.
You're like, oh, get the tile in.
It looked like Craig's toy room after Abby got done dancing in there.
Dude, I'm about to do it.
Oh, hey man.
There was
Challenge
there was
me.
lots of stuff in there I wanted. There was a lot of, like, it was one of those places where there's so many things you want to buy that you have to stop and think, and like I had to move to a quiet part of the store where nobody would talk to me and just like sit down Indian style and think about it for a little bit. But what I ended up picking up was some more of these Lord of the Rings toys that are based on the books and not the movie.
Nice.
Yeah,
Oh.
sweet dude.
Bro.
So Abby's mad.
now they're
Abby's
not
mad.
going to be there for me.
So I picked up. Well,
now that you can't give her shit for
You're
her being
supposed to be
dry,
the chosen one.
now the
and then
thing
you're
is,
buying all
Abby,
her toys.
he did have a bunch of doubles, and I didn't even buy all of them. So
Well.
I left some specifically for you. I got Gimli here. I got some weird variant of Gollum where he's like green. Something I have learned about this line is there's like 6 variants for each figure. I got this Toy Vault exclusive Gandalf.
Whoa, Toy Vault exclusive.
Whoa,
Yeah,
Nice.
that's pretty
dude.
sweet. Does it glow in the dark?
Probably not. And then I also got a Frodo where he's got all his accessories here.
Ooh,
Got a bunch of
Elijah
stuff.
Wood
So,
never
yeah,
looked so good.
I picked up 4 of these figures, and I'm excited about them. I want to get more of them. And I'm probably going to open these because, let's face it, who's got the room to try to display carded figures? I don't.
No.
No,
Those are
no
great.
true collector does.
What are you going to do?
I talked to the owner of Vintage Toy Universe. You can follow them on Instagram at Vintage Toy Universe. And they're actually moving to a bigger location. They're opening up a bigger store. So
He mentioned that to me. The guy that was working wasn't the owner, but he mentioned to me that they're supposed to be moving in good, because
Nice.
there were a couple sections of the store that I felt like I couldn't even walk down. I dropped a bunch of shit looking at these Lord of the Rings toys because they were just like on top of each other. I felt very nervous in there, but
there's a
lot of
picture
good
on
stuff, so.
on our Instagram, Jake. You took a picture of a Ecto 1A and Ecto 1 and a Kenner Ghost Trap all stacked,
Yeah,
just on display.
just
Yeah.
all in the box.
Ready to be bought.
Yeah.
Dude, that
Yep.
toy
You know what you
store
should
needs
do
like
next time you guys are all there?
Mm-hmm.
You should set up a system where like one of you picks it up and then hands it over, and you guys just like start another pile to get through one pile, and then
Okay.
just
Just
do
do
it like, I don't know, clean
pile
it
it.
for 'em or
Assembly
Alright,
line.
just
Just
clean
pile
it
it.
Clean
for
up
'em.
the place.
Make a fort.
Yeah.
We're here to
make
clean.
Make a toy fort.
We're
Yeah.
here
You
to
don't
clean
want.
your toy store.
I like the idea of a toy store having like a quiet space for Jake to think.
Well, there was.
Jake's
I want to
thinking
say
spot.
Little wing.
there were 2, because in the back of the store there was a section which I thought was very weird where there was no lights, and I was like, I got back there and I was having to use my phone's flashlight to see what was like. I was like I was in a cave, and I was like,
You're in
I was like,
Narnia.
oh, I found,
Dude,
I
he's
found
like-
some gold, you know. Like,
Tomb Raider over here.
yeah, and then there was also a separate room that had a piece of paper that said you had to ask to be let in, and they called it the cave, and that's actually where that Ecto 1A was, slowly dying. But
Very cool.
Yeah.
very
The
cool place.
cave.
I liked it.
Flash739 wants to know if Ryan is currently cosplaying Hopper
Season 3.
from season 3.
Sorry,
So-
that's just how I look.
That's just his natural look.
Classic.
Well, I picked up a couple things this week. Jake, do you have anything else, or you want me to go?
That's it, man. Go for it.
So this was. You guys know what Prime Day is?
Sure.
So it had to do with Optimus Prime, right?
Optimus Prime Day.
Yeah.
It's where all the
That's
G1.
why they're doing like a Beast Wars movie.
It's where
Get on
they.
your cave,
Yeah,
it's
that's
like,
where they
you know,
announce a
they-
Transformers Beast Wars
Gundam.
movie, and nobody fucking cares. Prime Prime Day.
2-day shipping.
So I can't even make a reference to Transformers. I don't know any. Cars turn into robots real
Bumblebee.
quick.
Roll out.
Roll out. So Target had all these sales the other day, and Amazon Prime was having sales. So a lot of action figures were on sale, and so I picked up a couple figures. This was not a line I was anticipating collecting, but the price was just so good. So first of all, we've got John Arnold from the Jurassic Park Amber Collection, Samuel L. Jackson. I got this
Windu.
This is my Mace Windu Jurassic Park figure. This was $9.99. So, as a toy collector and enthusiast and fan of Jurassic Park, I had to get it. Looks
I'm
pretty
gonna
damn
say
good
that's
too.
Padawan Mace Windu.
This is a Padawan Mace Windu when he actually got his training start as a computer technician. And,
He lost his arm early. You know, somebody loses an arm in every Star Wars movie.
that's actually why. That's how they picked him. They were like, "Oh, that guy lost his arm. He could be a Jedi, probably, if you think about it."
We know he's pretty good at
He could
losing
sense
an
things
arm.
were coming. That's why he had people hold on to their butts.
So I picked that up for $10, and then marked down from $30 to $15 was this Amber Collection kind of tiger striped Velociraptor, and
The Lost World.
from the Lost World, Jurassic Park, the sequel directed by Steven Spielberg, based on the book by Michael Crichton. You might have heard of it. This is
I'm
great.
thinking about getting those.
Yeah?
Just to stockpile them in case they ever make Savage Land versions of the X-Men.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, there you go.
No, that's a great idea.
I mean, they would be in scale. I mean, basically what I told Jake is like, these are basically Matty Collector Jurassic Park figures. That's what I call them. Because you know we can never call anything what they're actually called. So, you got Juniors, you got Matty Collector Jurassic Park. So I'm excited about those. I got the Ian Malcolm and another dinosaur. I think the Pterodon is coming. Now, I still got to get Dennis Nedry, and then they're going to put out John Hammond and Ellie Sattler, and I can only assume that we're going to get an Alan Grant figure at some point. So yeah,
The
excited.
one guy they leave out.
They just can't they couldn't strike a deal with Sam Neill. They just couldn't get it done. They couldn't lock him down.
He's difficult.
But listen, it's one of those things, like, even if I don't go crazy on the line, there's a Jurassic Park action figure in 2021 of Samuel L. Jackson's character. That's pretty damn cool. So
You buy the figure.
you buy the figure. It's like, what isn't there? You buy the figure. That is our new motto here. It's like kiss the girl, buy the figure.
Okay. We'll see if that one sticks.
Only Brock Parker gets that reference, but okay.
Oh, that is that.
Nah. Don't be shy. You've got to kiss the girl. No?
And buy the toy.
Buy the toy.
La la la
We'll see
la
if
la
this
la.
catches on. I said that already.
If you're a good girl or a boy, you got to
Kiss the girl.
buy the toy.
Buy the toy. I
you go.
really like The Little Mermaid. It's really hard for me to not sing the actual song.
Okay, there you go. So next up, by the way, earlier I was asking Abby to just notch down my microphone volume like a touch,
you
and
think
she
I know
thought
which
I
switch
was
that
asking
is?
for a fruit snack, and she threw one in my face. So
So this,
there you go.
ask me for anything, I will throw you a fruit snack.
So next up, we've got Deluxe Masters of the Universe Origins Buzzsaw Hordak, which I had seen like 2 weeks ago.
Very cool.
Ryan, what's up?
Oh,
Evil
I
Horde.
want that.
Yeah, isn't that tight?
I want that.
That's how I felt. That's
I
something
want that.
I know that one.
I thought I had this. It looks a lot like the
Hordak.
regular release Hordak. It really does.
Yeah, but better because he buzzsaws.
he buzz
on.
saws. So pick this up. I think that catches me up for the most part on Origins, at least for 3 days until.
That's it.
a
I'm
whole
going
month.
on Big Bad Toy Store right now. I'm sick.
It's gonna be a live order. Watch Ryan
I'm
Dole.
tired of not owning it.
Oh, I like this. On the back, you can see Temple of Darkness Sorceress.
Oh, now Abby is going to be dressing up as a Masters of the Universe Origins version of Temple of Darkness. It's the most obscure
No
thing.
one's ever done it, so I'm so excited.
So are the rest of us all going as Man-at-Arms?
All
Hey,
four
Craig's-
different. I want to be Man-at-Arms from
Actually,
the movie.
Craig should
Yeah.
go as Fistor.
Yeah, that's
You
what
should
we
go
were
as,
saying. Because he's
Craig
got the
should go as Fisto. That absolutely.
I've-
Jake
have I
should
not
go
been-
as Man-at-Arms.
Have I not been talking about that this week?
no
He has,
pants.
All right,
Fisto.
guys. It's going to take a couple super chats for me to be Fisto. I'm putting that out there. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Don't give me money for that. That's ridiculous.
No, totally do. Give
Do.
him $20.
Yeah, absolutely.
So next
You
up,
got to make armor for that costume, so yeah.
how did he get his namesake, Fisto?
Because he has a big fist, Craig.
Yeah, Kit Fisto.
Oh, that's different.
It's a combination of Fisto and the Kit from David Hasselhoff with the car. All right, there we go.
Knight Rider?
That. Whatever
David
that's called.
Hasselhoff with the car.
That's what the show was originally called. David Hasselhoff gets a car. Here we go. Remember a couple weeks ago when I said I wasn't even going to really collect Masterverse? The second it was
That's
available.
when we knew you were going to buy them.
So the first now this is from Revelations, which is the new Masters of the Universe series that's going to be on Netflix. They haven't really. This is Skelegod.
Catherine really wants you to do this costume.
Kat,
Thank you, Kat.
Kat did not have to do that, but that is extremely sweet of you. Super chat. That I was totally kidding.
That's
but,
$20 to go pants.
But now I'm Fisto, so
Yep, get your blue furry shorts on because you're doing
Get your
it.
little shorts on, man.
Okay, listen. Let's talk about this Masterverse wave real quick. So Masterverse is the new line of collectors 30 points of articulation style Masters of the Universe figures. Now, they haven't really. This is not just going to be Revelation though. I feel like it's going to touch on all parts of Masters of the Universe, but this is the first one to hit stores. This is Skelegod. Don't know much about him yet, but it's a really cool figure, and I actually, because I do things like this, I bought 2 of them because I'm going to leave that one in the package. Kind of a memento. Like, what, Jake? Why are you?
Oh, sorry.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I don't know.
When are
You're
you
just like,
starting to do mementos for your
It's
toy
my
collection?
memento.
it's just so funny that you're like, it's so funny that you're like, yeah, I said I wasn't going to collect this. I don't know what it is.
But now
The
it's
show's
a
not
memento.
out. But yeah, but I bought 2 of them.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I was-
what is a memento for the time that I bought this one that's out of package? Because the week before I said
Okay,
I wasn't
time
going
out.
to buy
Hold
any
on.
of
You
them.
have
I needed
problems.
a
Memento-
reminder.
I like when Kurt talks.
Memento is not the word I was looking for. What I was saying was, I like the packaging a lot, and it looks really good in the big packaging. Okay, now out of package, it's an interesting figure. I'm not gonna say that I like it. I do like it, but
I love this segment. Craig tries to convince us he's into something, and we all question him.
listen. Hold on. A Blue Chainsaw Man's here. He said he almost forgot to come and
Welcome.
ban people. That's fine. We started
And
late.
also, if you leave $20 in the super chat, it's officially being referred to as fistoing. So thank you. Thank you.
Okay, so I have a lot of the Masters of the Universe Classics figures, which are really some of the best figures of all time. I'm not going to say that this lives up to those as far as design, but it's a pretty damn cool figure. It's got this cool like green fireball over his fist, and he's got his sword. But again,
Was that
Wow, you're
there
really taking
before?
us through this, eh? Like,
soft goods cape, by the way, which is actually very. I feel like I'm like a YouTube person right now. I mean, I guess I am
Yeah,
on YouTube.
dude.
I can't do Pixel Dan. Pixel Dan has 5 Battle Cats to compare. I can't do that, but I can show you Skelegod. Okay, we love Pixel Dan.
We do.
We need to have him
And his
back on.
book, yeah.
In his book.
He deserves to have them all.
I actually blame him for my Masters of the Universe collecting because it was like quarantine and I was bored and watching all his old videos and I was like, I'm gonna collect classics now.
Yep.
I can do it. Jake's like, I'm mentally checking out of this conversation. Okay. So no, I'm not gonna go through all 30 points of articulation, but I do enjoy the multi-layered soft goods cape, and I'm gonna get these figures because they're fun and fuck everybody. Okay. I love you guys. So that's it. I don't have any other pickups. I really don't. So we can kind of jump over to the news.
Well, what if I had
actually,
a
I kind of
pickup?
want to go to Abby's. She's got some pickups.
Yeah,
y'all.
what if I have some toys? What if I do?
Do you?
I don't. But I did get this book in the mail, and it's incredible. It's a Star Wars Alien Archive. You can order it off Amazon. It's only $25, and it's like a 2019 release, and it's got all the different species from the Star Wars universe.
Did you bookmark all the ones that you'd sleep with?
That would be too many bookmarks. It's
Oh,
just
wow.
It's a really it's a really good read, and I just finished the field guide to all the wildlife. So this is it's just been fun to learn everything. And
Now, tell me
You
about
want to pull the ears off of Gundark?
real quick. We got to know about Tito. You told me this whole
that
thing.
was the thing that they made Tito. Here we go.
Tito from Force Awakens.
Yeah, Tito from Force Awakens.
When Ray says that's just Tito.
That's just Tito.
That's just Tito.
Well, Tito's are apparently a race now. Even
It's
though I
just
thought
not his-
Tito was like just
his
Damn
name.
it, I can't find where.
It's fine. Tell us
Wow.
the story, though.
So Ray's a little bit racist, eh? Like racist. REYCIST.
Yes. Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, we're moving
I'm
on.
not going to be able to find it.
There
Just
you
know
go.
that this is a good.
We'll
book
sit
to
here for an
get.
hour while Abby looks at
Hey,
a book.
guess what? I'll talk about it on Bad Bitches.
There you go.
Monday.
All right, what else we got?
Speaking of Bad Bitches and Bad Batch, Bad Batches, I got this T-shirt from Tattooing Traders Company, which is awesome.
Very cool.
Yeah, I missed out on the Anakin Skywalker, which Jake sent me the link to, but it was already sold out. But I'm really glad I got this shirt. They're a great spot if you like those like kind of bootleg looking T-shirts. They're
Dude,
awesome.
by the way, can we talk? I know this is more Star Wars talk, but this Anakin and Padme meme has really taken off over the last couple weeks. Where did that come from?
Well, it came from
I don't
us,
know,
didn't
but
it?
I love it.
Well, we didn't start it, but I think we need to make one. Like,
It came from
Just
us.
say we did.
it's going to be
Just say
like
we did.
toy anxiety is still going to happen, even though
Really?
toy anxiety is going to happen, even though there's technical difficulties, right?
Right?
So, anyways, we got the Arizona Toy Hunters Guild. I know who that is. Says light week for me. Picked up clearance JP figs from Target that were half off. Yeah, it's kind of a cool time to be a Jurassic Park collector. I'm not gonna lie. There's
Hang
Yeah.
on, I gotta say something about the meme.
yeah.
Me being the moderator of group therapy, I'm gonna put a contest out there for who can make the best toy anxiety related Anakin Padme meme.
Okay,
Oh, that's good.
you've got 1 week. We'll have a thread. We'll start a thread. Somebody start a thread.
Yes, on one post.
thread. And then
Contained.
Yeah, if it's not in the official thread, I'm deleting it. And you're
You
disqualified.
automatically don't qualify.
Abby. So yeah, that'll be good. Well, somebody start. Whoever posts the first one starts the thread, and we'll that'll be the official thread. And then we'll pick a winner. We'll send you a prize. And by the way, can I read a sad comment early?
Yeah.
Is that allowed?
Sure.
Yeah. Well,
got-
we
As
have
long
a
as you
lot
got
this
your piano
week, so
tuned
do
up.
it.
So this was really funny. This is in reference to the sale last week, the Slimer figures, which sold out. By the way, they're all packed up, ready to roll. They're going to start shipping out over the next 2 days. Thank you guys so much for selling those things out. That was a lot of fun. Now, we never do a sad comment this early in the show, but I got this direct message today on Instagram. This is from Mustache Mayhem, which is a great name. He says, glad this exclusive was released during a live show so real fans who listen to the audio podcast missed out. Hashtag sad comment. So he knew.
You knew.
Love it. Love
That's
it.
great.
For those of you who missed out, we are going to be doing some more cool ghost releases and stuff like that in the future. So yeah, you guys want to talk about some news?
Sure. What's in the
All right.
news, Craig?
Well, before we go, I do want to let everybody know that tonight's news on Toy Anxiety is brought to you by YHS on Monster Island. And, yeah, you got Jake
they're
sponsored.
sponsoring us now?
We got a
Do I owe
sponsor.
you money now?
Sure. YHS on Monster Island is the kaiju focused.
I think it comes from Catherine. I think the 1999.
Yes,
sponsored
yes.
this, so.
There it is. No, I just wanted to plug Jake. Your show with Jake Key is awesome. There's a separate podcast feed for it. You can find them also on YouTube on the YHS channel. It's a lot of fun.
Subscribe and leave them a review, please.
Yeah,
Give
leave
us
those
your cut
iTunes
of the,
reviews.
please
Super
Only
Chat.
good reviews. If you have a bad review, there's other channels for that.
By the way, there's a toy show in Augusta. There's Joe Fest this weekend, and Retro Blasting's doing a panel. And I'm thinking about going and doing like a Michael Mercy cosplay, and just hanging out in the front, being like, "Namaste."
just go to the panel and heckle him the whole time.
Vintage figures suck. New figures rule.
Yes.
Michael Mercy for mayor.
Oh my god.
Mayor of peace and tranquility while collecting toys.
Show me your Unicron.
I am Michael Mercy's
I want
brother.
to see your name on the plaque.
Oh yeah, analog toys. Oh my fucking god, that's
Oh my
funny.
God.
That's really funny. Hey, by the way, Balloon Chainsaw Man, just the meme thread has started. Ladies and gentlemen, get your memes ready. Okay.
Yes.
And it does have to be that one Anakin and Padme. Don't go rogue. Don't go Rogue One either. All right, let's cover some news here. This was late breaking news, but we got to talk about it. Finally revealed from NECA Toys, the 2-pack that I've been waiting for. I don't know, like this feels incredible, but like also I can't believe this is a thing. So this is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990 Hamato Yoshi and Oroku Saki. This is a flashback in the film that lasts all of 6 seconds?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did they have to get the actors' likeness rights for this? They don't even really show their faces.
Of course they did.
Gosh.
Yeah.
So here it is, Hamato Yoshi, who also comes with the cage with little baby Splinter in there, bunch of weapons, alternate arms.
Despite
and
all my
hands.
rage.
Despite all of his rage, Splinter's just a rat in a cage.
Smashing pumpkins, everybody.
Yes,
Welcome
yes.
to Music
We know.
Anxiety.
Yes.
The
we-
world's in
in
the
the
Foot Clan. Okay, so Jake, what do you think of this 2-pack as I scroll through some of these photographs?
Hit that sad comment music for me.
Oh, all right.
Ooh, baby. It's going to be good.
This was just announced mere hours ago.
Okay, Craig.
I saw this Ninja Turtle 2-pack and I got very excited because it's beautiful, but then I got to the bottom of the announcement and I saw the words coming to Walmart soon. Yeah, right. That's my own comment, by the way. That's just me.
Oh, you said you left that comment.
Dude,
That's me saying that. Yeah.
Where was that? Was that from NECA's Facebook post?
Yeah, it was on their it was on the Instagram. I think it said like coming to a Walmart.
Yeah.
I think in July or something like that.
I
Yeah.
mean-
no, I think this is amazing. That was just me joking around, but yeah, I think this is amazing, and I'm sure this is going to be one of those ones, Craig, that me and you are both kind of looking for, and whoever sees it will buy the other one first because
Dude, of course.
Oh,
they're wonderful.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Dude,
I don't collect these, but I'm buying these
dude.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they're shirtless.
There's going to be a dumb collector's like, I only want Hamato Yoshi because I already have a Shredder and a Super Shredder. Why would I need a third one? Like, come on,
Oh, dude, you gotta have all 3 levels of Shredder.
I just like that
Yeah.
Ryan has a shirtless collection and that this is going to go in there.
Yeah.
These are really cool. I think it's called the Shadow Warriors 2-pack. This is what I'll say though, like the Splinter and Shredder 2-pack, that's all over the Walmarts here. Like I think this is not going to be as hard to find, I think, as people think, right? As long as the distribution's there, they're actually making it to Walmart.
That's the key.
That's
Just
the
wait.
key.
Just
Look
wait.
at this
It'll be one of
picture.
these things where it's like,
Oh my god, I completely forgot that what happens in this
Yeah.
scene is that Hamato Yoshi dies. This is really sad.
Yeah.
and Splinter loses his ear.
This is great, and this is such a beloved movie. And look at that little
He's
Splinter.
practicing his little kung fu.
It's cute.
and you could, if you want, you can just put the little Splinter with. If you bought the accessory set, you can just put it with the 4 small turtles.
Oh yeah.
that's
And this comes with 2, right? There's 2 Splinters here.
Okay.
I would.
Yeah, there's
I'd
two.
do this all
Yeah,
for the
it
little
comes with
baby.
two.
There's like a
Splinter.
biting Splinter and a karate pose Splinter.
The karate pose is so cute.
It's really great. I don't know what the chat's saying, but that's a great set. I'm super excited about that. Also, we can only let's talk about something real quick before we move on. I thought maybe this was going to be like a San Diego Comic-Con type exclusive deal. We know NECA's going to have some sort of exclusive. This is not it. This is just going to be Walmart. So do we have any predictions of what, I mean, last year was the
Vanilla Ice.
Well, so
That's my
yeah,
prediction.
That's a good prediction.
That is good. That could happen.
That's in the wheelhouse of something they would do. Last year we got the coming out of our shells musical mutagen tour, Turtles.
Ninja Turtles 3.
Just a Turtles 3, like a
I'm
4-pack?
serious. No, I'm serious. I mean, like if they're gonna, if you know,
Half
they
a
did
Splinter.
something so weird and out of left field as coming out of their shells, I think the only way to top that kind of figure release is to do maybe a 4-pack of the Ninja Turtles 3 Turtles with the scepter or something like that.
That scepter.
Yeah, I mean, that's
What I want.
I think that would be really cool. I think that's
I want April from that movie. That's my favorite April.
TMNT 3 April.
Mm-hmm.
I don't tell that to Judith Hogue. All Aprils are our favorite Aprils.
We love all Aprils. That's the April that I like. I like a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's a good point, Jason Kreiser. They've done Toon Turtles. They're really going hard on this animated line, and they did that Channel 6 tease. So there's been people saying they might do the Channel 6 news van.
Yeah,
Dude, you don't even have the original yet, so you can't get the next.
I will get on eBay and buy it right now.
Let's do it.
Don't
eBay
you make me
hangs.
do an
Good job,
eBay hang
everybody.
in the middle of this Sam show.
Yes. Segue into eBay hanging.
By the way, I love how I always say that. Like, I'm like, I don't know what we're going to talk about tonight, and it's just like
Literally,
45
it's like
minutes in,
calling
we're-
our friends and talking. So it's
Yeah. So we love you guys. Thank you guys for hanging out. But your support for Toy Anxiety, we're still in year 1 of Toy Anxiety, so the growth has been so fun to see, and like get new people. And like we always say, like the best way to support us is just tell a friend. Like, hey, if you like what we do, tell a friend. And yeah. So anyways, that's my little emotional speech. I promised myself I wouldn't cry. Okay. Should we move on?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, so back to the news. I got all my pages. Announced today, officially, the Universal Monsters NECA Wolfman.
Mm-hmm.
Frankenstein's already hitting shelves. Wolfman's next. Jake, I got to defer to you because I watched Teen Wolf last night, and that's not what this is.
That is not what that
I think this is a beautiful figure, and I mean, I feel like we knew this was coming because I think at this point it's clear that NECA is just going to do all of the Universal Monsters. I think it's very cool that this comes with the pieces that if you just want a Lon Chaney figure,
Right.
you just have a human Lon Chaney, and the sculpt looks cool. Yeah, I'll buy this for sure.
Remember that one Jackass movie when Johnny Knoxville's dressed as like the old man? He's getting kicked out of the store. And he goes, "I was Lon Chaney's lover." And the person goes, "Who cares?"
I got a sad comment about this figure.
You have a sad comment about this figure?
Yeah.
Do you want to do it right now?
Sure.
Oh my God, we're really changing up the format tonight.
Yeah. Even I got.
It's fucking with my OCD, obsessive Craig disorder. I'm so sorry.
Is this Abby's first sad comment?
Yeah, and next week I'll buy a toy. Yeah.
Hold on. You got it now. You got to wait.
Abby's finally joining the show.
Dude, I'm here. Usually I just kind of monitor.
All right. So this is now. Where did you get this? Where did you get this?
On NECA's Twitter.
Okay. So
In response to like the tweet about this figure.
about the Wolfman. Okay, here we go.
Guys, please get this right. He doesn't have a damned mustache. Secondly, his pants are pinstripe gray and the belt was tan. Do the research. Yeah, Larry had khaki pants, but this is a Wolfman figure, and first and foremost, URG.
That person's
Mustache?
definitely like 48 and like has studied the Wolfman's pants.
That might have been how.
Yeah, he knows that the Wolfman has nards.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people complain about the mustache thing.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, because
Okay.
I mean, he didn't have one.
There's always a little truth to the sad comments.
It's all right.
Yeah.
That's the part they never tell you. There's always a little truth to the sad
There's always a
comments.
little kernel of truth in there.
We've all left sad comments, by the way.
What's wrong with his pants?
What's wrong with his pants? I'll tell you what. By the way, guys, we got to plug this on YHS Prime this week. Now, it's not going to be live, but stay tuned to the YouTube channel. We've got an awesome guest, if you haven't heard yet, joining us on Yes Have Some Podcast this week. Got to plug the shows.
One of 3 guys who paint.
One of the 3 guys who paint.
Oh!
And the man who wants Pee Wee Herman's bicycle almost as much as Pee Wee Herman wants his bicycle. Actor Mark Holton, who is Francis from Pee Wee's Big Adventure. He is Ozzy in the movie Leprechaun, and of course Chubbs and Teen Wolf. We were watching it for research. Best line of the movie is when he goes, "Quit snooping in my locker." Might be his only line in the movie, but no, he's great. And
At the party scene too.
dude, Mark's I've been talking to him on Instagram. He's a super nice guy. Cannot wait to learn about his career.
He's a big on Monster Island fan.
Apparently he likes Godzilla. It's going to be good. I'm very excited about it.
Cloverball clown bike.
Cloverball. We got to talk about that. So I was leaving clues on Yes Have Some. I was leaving clues on Yes Have Some for who the guest, and I did it with emojis, and I put a 4-leaf clover, a basketball, a clown, and a bicycle, and somebody said, "Is it Cloverball clown bike?"
It's catching on, yeah.
I do believe we should have a shirt.
How astute.
A Cloverball clown bike shirt. I think that would be amazing because he did play John Wayne Gacy as well.
Oh, I love Cloverball Clown Bike. Change the name of your band to Cloverball Clown Bike. It's way better.
Now everybody in the chat is liking this, and they're also enjoying. They're doing some. Zach Myers is quoting Pee Wee's Big. Should we let Zach on the episode with us? I think Zach should do the.
I think so. Yeah.
It should be a one-on-one.
You do believe me, don't you, Dad?
I'm watching Pee Wee tonight.
Pee Wee, listen to Reason. Shh, I'm listening to Reason. Okay. My Pee Wee Herman impression's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty
That's
good.
pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, let's keep going with the news.
Oh, you don't want Craig to do his voice acting?
Wow.
Somebody's being pushy.
I'm the only one that gets to hear Craig's voice acting.
Hey, Ryan.
New guy wants to move on.
You'll pay for this, Pee Wee Herman. Okay, we'll move on.
We have a rumble.
But I'm going to watch Pee Wee's Big Adventure before Cloverball Clown Bike joins the show. Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so any other final words on Wolfman?
No,
He's got nards.
There we go.
Cloverball
All right.
Clown Bikes just kind of.
Now, this was
overshadowed
another
it.
announcement this week. Universal Monsters 6-inch scale figures by Jada Toys. Or Ryan, please tell me what you've been referring to these as.
Just Monster Legends.
Yeah, that's fine.
So now Jada Toys is a toy company that they mainly make like die-cast figures. Like they remember.
You guys remember when you did it?
Remember like all those like
Remember these guys?
Those die-cast like Ghostbusters figures from like 4 or 5 years ago, like the Stay Puffed and all that. That was Jada Toys.
You mean like those like blocky looking ones?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess they're getting into the figure game here. Now, these will not be nearly as detailed as the...
To me, they look like they're the third cousins of the NECA figures.
Okay.
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 Distant cousin.
By the way, we're looking at...
It's like a third generation inbreeding of actors.
Yeah. Like, I might buy them, but they got to stay in the closet. I don't know.
I love that Justin Tung just said Kurt Dole's stealing the show.
I'm not stealing anything.
So this
except
is
for your hearts.
Bride of Frankenstein, which is... yeah, I mean...
Bride of Frankenstein's cousin.
Actually, I don't mind these, and I actually think the packaging also looks pretty cool.
I do...
Facial sculpts are bad.
I mean, yeah, they're not.
The creature's the best looking one because it's,
Yeah.
it's a fish man.
But is there...
I'm
some-
gonna buy them. Like,
Here's the thing, though. If these were 30-year-old, if these came out 20 years ago, you'd be like, oh, I need those. We're being hard on them because they're modern toys and toys have gotten so good. But like,
they should keep up.
I think there's
well,
something.
it's easy. Well, first of all, yes, Abby, you're right. But
As a
it's
toy
like,
collector?
it doesn't help that NECA was right ahead of them at releasing Universal Monster figures, and NECA's sculpts are pretty
They're much
spot
better.
on. So
This
like,
actually looks
when
like
you
somebody
see-
at Dragon Con who has an okay creature costume.
Yeah.
No, they're fine. I think they're kind of fun. There's something kind of charming about them, and I do like the packaging. But you got Dracula here. That's not a good figure. It's just not good.
It's not. Look at that
Yeah,
face.
yeah.
Can you make that face larger? Can we zoom in on that?
It looks like a
face
reaction
sculpt.
figure.
Technology moves so much
It
faster than the
fucking
advertising.
looks bad.
Who else we got? Dracula. We've got Frankenstein here.
Oh, let's move past.
We're done? We're just done.
Yeah.
Abby, what are you laughing
Is
about?
that Myers? Is that a Wayne's World quote? The technology moves so much faster than the advertising.
Yes,
I
it is a
did
Wayne's
not know
World
that.
quote.
Did you know that?
Oh, okay. The best part is you can't beat the game. All right, so moving on, we've got the Star Wars Black Series pre-orders. Our good friend from Forlom to Zuckus, Jake Stevens, had the privilege of being one of the sites that revealed the Power of the Force packaging 50th anniversary Lucasfilm. We got Greedo here. Ryan, what's your impression of these Star Wars figs?
I think these are super fun because this was the relaunch to the modern line.
Right,
These
yeah.
ones spearheaded what we get today. I think my only beef about them, which is like the dumbest beef, is that there's not enough beef. I think Luke should be just fucking jacked.
So you want the muscle
And,
figs. Yeah.
Absolutely. If you're going to recreate these figures in particular, then I think Luke's got to have like a chest like He-Man.
Jake, what were you going to say?
I got 2 sad comments for these figures. We want to hit them now.
Yeah, I got like 4 sad comments ready for these bad boys.
Well, let's get it. Well, not quite yet. We'll because we got a bunch of sad
right.
comments. What do you? We'll do one now. We'll do one now. We'll do one now. Fine. I don't care. It's not my show. This is a.
I think we've got so many.
I'm just saying, we've been doing it all. We don't have to. I just thought we've been doing it all night.
Because we also are a resource of news. We should comment that
You're right.
these are. The Greedo is a re-release of the original Greedo, so I think a lot of people want to get their hands on that specifically because it's been a harder to find figure.
Okay.
I think the Greedo is the best looking of these. The
Greedo looks
It's
good.
3 of them, right?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
let's look at them and then we'll do some sad comments. Okay. So next up we got Han Solo, which is they're finally getting the facial scan technology for the Episode 4, A New Hope. Han, there you go. Looks great.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I mean, looks a
Very
lot
cool.
better.
Yep.
Looks better than the other one. And then of course, Farm Boy Luke, which again was desperately in need of a. You know what's throwing me off is seeing that card back on a 6-inch figure. It's because you go to any toy store in the country, there's 1,000 of these things.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are very cool. I had to get.
It registers in a weird way.
It was 1 per person limit. My plan was to get 2 Lukes and 2 Hans because I want to keep these in package. But who cares? That's a fake problem. That's a fake problem.
That's a sad comment.
Real quick, Ray
is,
Cameron says. Ray Cameron's got a sad comment. He says Greedo was on the transitional orange card with the gold logo, so this Greedo isn't accurate.
Wow.
Good eye.
So we'll come back to some more Star Wars reveals, but Jakey, we've got a sad comment. Where does this comment come from?
This came from Hasbro Pulse's Instagram.
All right,
This is just a short, funny one.
okay. Hold on. We need to load up the emotional piano music. Here we go.
Tune the piano.
We're tuned up here. Tuning up the band.
All right, here we go. Why don't you make Han's neck even longer?
Oh my god. Is that like a challenge?
Holy shit! What is wrong with everybody? Even when I have
that one.
even when I have feel like here's the thing. Even when I feel stuff like that, I have way more fun making fun of stuff with my friends than like trying to get little shots and digs into like they don't care. Why don't you make Greedo's vest an even wronger shade of orange? Like, fine. Whatever. But anyways, there were some more reveals here. So we got these. We're kind of the repacks on the anniversary cards. And Ryan, by the way, we had talked months ago about the possibility of the green card Power of the Force being part of this line. Were you surprised that we actually got Power of the Force card backs?
No, because we're always right. I kind of noticed, like, when we say something, we pretty much like know it's coming now.
It's
Yeah.
like we're doing this for a reason, right?
It's like we know what we're talking about, dude.
Yeah,
Wow.
we've got
you
this
know.
whole system figured out.
Because I'm living on my own now, because I was living at home, and my parents just don't want any music played at the appropriate level, because parents are predestined to not like rock and roll music played at the appropriate level. Also from Wayne's World. We've got Rex here.
Okay.
Star Wars
Sexy
Bad Batch.
Rexy.
This is basically a re-release with a cloak, though, right?
Right.
I was
That's
not-
all this is. And
I
what's
was-
really funny is that this episode was like came out the day after
Right.
or the
Oh,
day
yeah.
before or whatever.
Yeah, it was right
just
around the
like
same
really
time.
weird. It was like, here's the episode, here's the figure, and I'm kind of looking at this and I'm like, so I still don't have I just still don't have Pelimoto? No Pelimoto, hey? All right, okay. Rex with a cloak.
Rex with a cloak. This was a Walmart exclusive, and I was not able to get my hands on it. So there you go. But Ab, you like Rex? Is
Yeah,
this
Rex
something you're
is
trying to get into?
Hey, it might be my first toy purchase.
Like you have so many toys.
I know.
Everything behind me is Abby's.
Yeah.
That entire
These are all
thing.
toys. There's a bunch of toys over there. No, this looks good. We talk about how sexy Rexy is, and I definitely like that soft good. I like him in the most recent episode, which you should all watch the Bad Batch this coming Monday at 9:30 to find out more about.
Bad bitches.
Bad bitches.
Your show's not called The
What
Bad
is my-
Batch.
what is my show called? Watch the Bad Batch
That's
and
like
then
a-
watch the Bad
Let's
Bitches.
advertise Midnight Mando and just start calling it The Mandalorian.
You guys should just watch the Mandalorian. Thank you, Craig.
Star Wars: The Black Series, Clone Trooper 212 Battalion. I picked this up. I mean, I love Clone Trooper designs. It took me a long time to kind of like. I was more like classic Stormtrooper was always my thing, but like I really do like all the colors and the different variations. So very cool.
I specifically, I love the yellow. The yellow looks
So
really
yeah, really pops. It's very cool. And then we've got, spoiler alert, Imperial Crosshair. Is he the first Death Trooper? This is a cool looking.
Sure
figure.
looks like it.
Yeah.
Look at him. He looks like a combination of Ben Mendelsohn and Tarkin.
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken. Whoa. It's a Bad Batch.
Yeah.
Oh,
Batch
no.
is bad.
It's a Bad
I
Batch.
just knew that was coming when I said that.
You're looking at my batch all wrong. It's a Bad Batch.
It's a bad impression. That's what
That's not a good one. Oh, it's Grouch Bad. All right. So it's bad when Zach Myers is watching the goddamn show because I just want to quote Wayne's World.
I
all the
know,
time.
it's tough.
So that stuff's available. I think I don't know what I ordered. I got some of it. I missed out on something. There you go. That's what I did. Got some lot. You win some and lose some in the toy game. That's what I've always said.
That's how it happens.
But the Walmart exclusives, the Rex was like sold out very quickly. People were not happy about that. So that kind of rounds out the news.
People love him, yeah.
It was a slower news week, but that's okay. Does anybody have any final thoughts? We still.
I did get the Rex Jr.
Okay, the VC, TVC.
Yeah,
Okay, that's a cool figure.
I did get that 4-pack. Even though they're not making any Bad Batch characters yet.
I forgot about that.
But
I don't
still
have it
got
loaded up. There's a vintage collection 4-pack.
Whatever, I'm talking about it, and it looks exactly the same as the Black Series, only it's for kids.
Let's I had a discussion topic kind of lined up, but I think I don't know if we have enough time to really cover it too extensively, but I want to bring up a couple things. So the first thing I want to bring up is we know we got 2 HasLabs coming, right? We got a Marvel Legends tease that is going to be Fantastic Four related. We've got a Black Series of the first HasLab that we don't really have any idea other than it's not going to be a vehicle. So the next couple months, get your money ready. And also the Marvel Legends team is saying July is going to be like mind-blowing.
What's they said about the last 3 months, and that's it. They've been rough on us, man.
It's been tough. So do we have any thoughts, Ryan, on what are we thinking about for the Marvel Legends HasLab? What do you think it's going to be?
Galactus.
You just think it's Galactus?
I want it to
100%.
be Galactus. I think it's going to be Galactus.
The only thing that makes me think it's not going to be Galactus is like what I would love it to be Galactus, and that's where your mind goes when they say Fantastic Four HasLab. But like, what kind of scale are we thinking? Like, are they making something bigger than the Sentinel? He would have to be, right? Like it's just like it makes me wonder, are they going to step it up and make him really big because they know because of the success of the Sentinel that we'll buy it, or are they going to just make him really small comparatively? I wonder what do you think about that, Ryan?
I do kind of hope they do go a little bigger.
I want a
But I also
5-foot
kinda hope-
Galactus.
Like
You
a
want-
5-foot Galactus and have him come with like
Which
two
is
heralds.
still small. You know what I mean? That'd be great. Yeah. Come with some heralds. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Maybe
With
we
some
should
herald-
all
like the what if Aunt May was a Herald of Galactus?
we should make a video of all of our Hasbro ideas and let them have them.
Make it as
For
big
free.
as a detox.
So
I don't
no.
work for Hasbro, but I want to.
Oh, yeah.
so we're thinking it could be Galactus. What are the other options for Fantastic Four besides that?
Fantastic car,
Nothing.
which I
Car?
don't see happening. It's nothing.
Yeah, it's just a
basically.
box with 4 cubes. That's all it is.
Unless,
Okay.
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, the Fantastic Car would suck. Like, it just would. I
Wait.
can't think of. I honestly can't think
Did
of.
somebody
anything
just say a Sue Storm real doll?
Somebody said something
well,
about a
wasn't
real
one
doll.
of us. Must have been Cat Hansen.
A real doll. Oh boy. So I think yeah, I mean, as far as Star Wars goes, I think because it's not going to be a vehicle that leaves characters and play sets, could be a playset, I guess, but I think it's probably going to be a Rancor. Everybody went to Rancor. That's where everybody's head went, because that's the only creature of that scale that would make sense. Like, I mean,
Because it's not too big.
it's not too big. They could do a 3-foot Rancor about the size of the, or 2.5 feet about the size of the Sentinel, but you got to include
Yeah.
a Rancor, Keeper, Black Sea. I want some good stretch goals. Okay,
Yeah.
I want Salacious Crumb. I want Twi'leks. I want Max
Could they
Rebo
make,
Band.
when they say Black Series, though, could it be a role play 1-to-1 scale Salacious Crumb?
If they put out a role
That
play
would
item
be-
as their first HasLab, they can Cookie Monster themselves out the door. I will not support that. That's
Cut to Craig. Yeah, I bought 2 so I can keep 1 in the box.
I bought
In
the
a Cookie Monster
I bought that
costume.
Boba Fett rocket pack as a memento.
The HasLab that I wasn't going to buy. I just wanted to remember that I didn't want this, so I bought a memento for it.
I think they got into, like, if Patrick gets on the fucking stream, he goes, "Hey, Star Wars fans, we're super excited about our HasLab announcement. You people have been asking for it, so here it is: 3 new X-wing helmets exclusively available from HasLab. Characters you've never heard of from movies you don't care about." That's right. No, it's not going to be a fucking. It's not. It's just not. They can't. It's going to be a Rancor or something.
Dude, just wait. It's going to be a Boba Fett jetpack and 2 gauntlets, Black
Oh.
Series, to go with your Boba Fett helmet.
It is.
I can see it happening.
Oh god. Star Wars fans, we're now. Let's talk to our design team. What's the guy's name? Mike, Kevin, Brandon. Does
Oh,
not
this
ever.
guy?
He seems like the
When he-
nicest person in the world. Just he does not want to be on camera.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Poor guy. So
He does. Poor guy.
but he's really good at what he does. Like the Black Series design is awesome. So and we love Hasbro. We love Patrick. We love all those guys. So we hope.
Yeah, they're great.
We don't know if they love us.
They're
We don't know if they
I have
know
to give those
us.
guys props though. The last Fan First Friday for Star Wars was really good.
It was one of the best that they've done. It felt good. Can I be a lame Ghostbusters fan for a second? You know what I've always wanted?
There's only one type, Craig. Do it.
There's no cool Ghostbusters fan. I've always wanted a scale or almost to scale Stay Puffed head
Where the fuck are you gonna put that?
next to your.
You want it to
Scale?
be like the show
Do
in
you
Universal
realize how
Studios?
big that is?
How big is Stay Puft's head?
Like the size of your gray skull.
Yeah.
You're talking about
Like,
Maybe,
it's
street
yeah.
accurate scale to the movie Stay
It would
Puft's
be-
Head.
If
The
Stay
scale
Puft's
to the toys,
it's-
right?
Oh, to the toy.
Okay, so
I'm
here's
sorry.
if
Gotcha.
Stay Puft's about 100 feet tall, right? So
Yeah.
for 6-inch figures, it's an inch per foot. So an actual scaled Stay Puft would be 100 inches tall, which is 9 feet or something like that. So we're not going to get a 9 foot tall Stay Puft, but his head is probably like,
Fair game.
it'd be like 3 feet big, like a 3 foot foam Stay Puft head with like little hands.
God, that would be such a boring fucking toy. Because at least when you guys something that big, like a Grayskull or something, at least it's a play set.
Nobody
and
wants
it's
this.
fun.
Nobody wants
What
this.
if it
And it's
opens
like-
up into a playset?
It opens up and it's the temple of, guess what? Shandor Mine. Gozer. Ghostbusters
Hey.
Afterlife.
Egon's Lab.
I'd
in the
rather
basement.
I'd rather have the scale Stay Puft head than Castle Grayskull, but guess which one I have.
Oh, yeah.
Well, only one of them exists. So, yeah, I'm thinking Rancor, going back to it. But I would love it if it came with exclusive Black Series figures from Jabba's Palace. I need a Max Rebo band. That's what I'm saying.
Next Evo
oh,
band, you need a keeper.
Yeah,
You
the
need
keeper.
Regies.
Yes.
You need Ula so that he can eat the dancer, right?
Absolutely.
You need it all.
Yeah, it's a lot of cast. That's good cast characters down there.
If they do make it a Rancor, it'd be cool if they did
Malakili,
like what they used to do in the 90s with figures and make it where like the dinosaurs could actually eat a figure.
Yep.
And then there would be a little compartment you can pull it. That'd be cool.
Dude, I'm talking about
Yeah.
Luke Skywalker with Delusions of Grandeur. I'm talking about, by the way, they are putting out the first ever Return of the Jedi Black Series Bib Fortuna, so it makes sense.
yeah.
They got to Oh, could it be a deluxe Jabba the Hutt with a Max Rebo band and all that?
Maybe. I mean, I'm not saying...
Could Jabba the Hutt be a stretch goal?
Isn't there already a Black Series Jabba the Hutt?
There is, but
Yeah,
it,
but he's kind of like...
it kind of
He's just
sucks.
a slug. He doesn't come with the throne. He
Yeah.
doesn't- Yeah, he's just...
And there was an exclusive... I think... Listen, it's the first Star Wars Black Series HasLab. I think they got to make a splash. I really do. I
Go
think
big, yeah.
it's kind of... Yeah, it's a go bigger. Because, like, they can't... You don't want a Cookie Monster situation. Or where the barge
No more
barely
Cookie
got
Monsters.
funded.
I want it to be one of the creatures from Attack of the Clones when they're in the pit.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
That would be tight. Like the.
It's going to be a 6-inch scale Geonosis arena. Here's another thing. Could it be is there anything Mandalorian that it could be?
I mean,
Frog
you
Lady?
don't think they would do a blurg, do you?
Just wouldn't be big enough.
That's kind of boring. but
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
bigger, yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know.
Could
Time will
they
tell.
do a roleplay item of a container of eggs?
The Galactic Snack and Grogu? You talking about GGY?
Galactic Snack and-
GGG?
Yeah.
Whatever his fucking name is?
Eating Dune pies, man.
Guys, I'm having fun.
The Nexu would be cool. I
Dune
just
pies.
What are we doing?
These are the Geonosis Arena monsters.
Oh, okay.
Reek.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
Fuck,
There you
Reek is
go.
like one of my favorite characters from Game of Thrones as well.
Yeah.
So, I think realistically it's going to be a Rancor. That's my prediction.
All right.
Just like Razor Crest.
Yeah,
We
I'd
knew
say
it was going to be
Rancor
a
as well.
Razor Crest. We knew it was going to be a Razor Crest. We wanted...
And we knew the moment that they announced Razor Crest that it was going to blow up in season 2 as well. So we're on a roll. We can tell you
Yes.
exactly what's coming out. Of
course,
the
they-
next HasLab's going to be Gem and the Holograms.
Think about this. They only make HasLabs of things that blow up and get destroyed, right? The Barge, boom, gone. Razor Crest, boom, gone.
Yeah.
Sentinel, they kill those things all the time. Boom, gone.
Right.
True.
Rancor.
So it only makes sense now. Rancor.
Dead, gone. Moochie.
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 Bye-bye.
So now Thomas Crosby says Cantina Bar playset. That's what I want. I want
Oh.
wretched
I like
scum
that.
and villainy. I want Greedo walking in,
that's
and I want
cool.
Han being like, "Hey, I was just about to go see your boss." Boom, you're dead, Greedo. Boom. Did Greedo shoot first? Of course not. Why? Because George Lucas is out of his mind. Okay. What else, guys? What else before we get to SAG? Do we want to bring up the other discussion? I'm good to go for a little while longer if you guys want to. I'm having fun. So
Yeah, let's McClunky this. Let's do
Yeah.
it, dude.
So McClunky. Abby's like, no, I'm leaving. Wasn't that weird? She left
did
her.
she do that?
She left her square and was behind my square.
What if she walked by my screen and then Ryan's screen?
I love that.
Where in the world? Sorry.
We have a super chat from Benjamin
Is
Wyatt.
Abigail Gardner.
She's Benjamin Wyatt says AT-AT prediction. I know how big, but it would be glorious. A 6-inch scale AT-AT would be hilarious. It'd be like 10 feet tall.
That's like a horse. It'd be like to take pony rides on that thing.
I'm just going down here. I'm going to have all the neighborhood kids stick around. I'm 8 then we're going to have a little slumber party.
It won't be weird at all of me hanging out, single guy in front of an elementary school, giving 80 rides to the kids.
I hope they do a HasLab Target employee. Oh gosh. I would pay $400 for my own Target employee to have at my beck and call to get me all of the G.I. Joe classified figures. By the way, Major Blood, not as hard to find. They're hitting all the targets. People are now complaining that they're too easy to find. I saw one guy say, wow, Target overcompensate much? Like, dude, get a fucking...
Damned if you do, you damned
They're
if you
just
don't.
giving you now what you want. You wanted a store full of these figures. Now you're getting it. Now you don't want it. That's why they're rare to begin with.
Dude, HasLab Cara Dune, life size.
What? All right.
All right. Okay, this was the topic I brought up. We'll just talk about this for a few minutes. This could be an ongoing topic. But when it comes to retro release figures, like the Ghostbusters Kenner Classics, to another extent, the Masters of the Universe Origins line, we've seen other, the retro Star Wars figures. When they first announced the retro Star Wars figures, there were people that were like concerned, like, oh no, they're going to put out these reproductions and they're going to infiltrate the vintage market and people aren't going to be able to tell the difference between the old. None of that happened. Like, they're very easy to tell the difference. But I kind of wanted to get some discussion going, want the chat involved a little bit as well. What do we think overall about retro releases? It's not a new phenomenon. I mean, Masters of the Universe did an anniversary line 20 years ago.
Well, Mega's been doing it for years as well.
Yes.
But we don't care because that's not our generation of toys.
No.
So
Right.
none of us bought them.
Right. I don't care how many times they put out those damn Planet of the Apes Mego figures. I ain't buying them.
Yeah.
I would buy the originals, maybe. Not the re-release. So my
If they ever
question...
did a re-release of the Kenner 12-inch figures, I would totally get them.
Oh, the Star Wars ones? Yeah. They're
Yep.
amazing. So clearly we all... The Ghostbuster stuff is really great. We love it. We've all bought it. We all love the Ecto and stuff, but... AJ Quick says he saw a guy cry because he got the Hasbro Ecto one. I don't believe that.
No way,
I don't believe
no
that.
way.
Boo!
Oh, wow.
Space blows.
Only if Hasbro would send it to him.
So I have very mixed feelings about this, right? Because
Right.
I think I am a vintage toy collector and I'm a vintage toy enthusiast. I'm not retro blasting, but I do like my vintage toys. And
God have mercy.
It doesn't matter that, yeah, sure, to get the original 4 real Ghostbusters figures, it's more expensive. The proton packs are always broken. It's hard to find them in good condition. That being said, I still love being able to go to the store and see those retro real Ghostbusters figures on the shelf because it makes me happy. I do not buy for a minute that kids are walking down the Walmart aisle and getting into Ghostbusters because of those figures. These things are not for kids. They are for adults, right?
The re-releases? There's a
Yeah, I'll
comment.
say so.
There's a comment from Jason Kreiser that says, the retro toys are so much more durable. The Ghostbusters toys are a perfect introduction to Ghostbusters for my 4-year-old.
Sorry, Jason.
So,
Well, then I'm wrong.
I mean,
I don't have a kid, and it's
It's a
weird.
different
Is his kid buying
perspective.
them?
it looks like he's
So, but
buying
kid-
them and letting his
like,
kid play
walking-
with them.
But that's not even
Yeah,
that's not even like
it's
the
not the
core.
same as like the idea of like a kid going down the aisle and going like, I want those fucking toys, like
Right.
the way we did. Right?
Right.
This is the case of like parents feeling nostalgic and then forcing it on their kids.
Yeah.
So, but that's all
Right?
fine.
We're not
and-
forcing it, but you know what I mean? Like, or introducing it to their kids via.
That's right.
Yeah, passing
You know
it
what
down
I mean?
to him.
That's
Okay.
not necessarily forcing it.
Right.
But that's all fine and well. Whether or not kids get into figure lines based on the retro re-releases, that's kind of a different topic. But what I'm saying is more like, okay, Ecto Glow Ghostbusters are this is the perfect example, right? Ecto Glow Ghostbusters, they're hard to find, they're very expensive, they're really expensive in the package, or somehow even more expensive out of the package. There's a lot of people who are like, Ken or Hasbro, do the Ecto Glows, re-release them. I don't necessarily have a problem with them doing that, but it kind of it leans into that territory of like, does it diminish the rarity or the exclusivity of the originals in any manner? Jake, go for it.
I don't think it does, because it's not the original. It might look the same and be, whatever. It might even use the same molds, but it's not the same. It is. I used to, when they first started doing like the Ninja Turtle re-releases, I would not buy them, and I used to be like, I would feel embarrassed to buy the re-releases, because it's like, because I would be like, if I can't own the originals, then I don't want it. But the fact that they've been putting out the real Ghostbuster stuff, it's like, I get excited about it, and it's like, oh, I do want this, and I think you have to be able to split the difference here. Like, you have to be able to mentally tell yourself, like, the Ectoglows that they put out now are not the same as it's different. Yeah, it's the same toy, but the fact that it's original release, it makes it different. It's just
like with comic books when they do a second printing.
People can buy the new ones all fucking day long, but unless they're buying the originals, fuck them. It's not the same.
Okay.
And the packaging wouldn't be the same as well. They would have, because they wouldn't be able to do the who you're going to call on the package, as we've seen with the latest retros as well.
Right. Sure. No. I don't have a hard like, this is not something I have a really hard take on one way or the other. Yeah. But listen, I'm a nerd, okay? And I'm a nerd who has 5 loose complete Ectoglows, and there is a guttural instinct for me to gatekeep. It's just there. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to gatekeep, and I never will. But there's something in my brain that says, no, nobody gets Ectoglows. Like, you got to earn it.
No,
you got
but
to make
I still get to gatekeep, because I can be like, yours are a re-release. Mine are original.
Okay.
That's exactly true. Like, yeah, we shouldn't gatekeep or whatever, but that's the thing. You got the originals, and that puts them on a different level than what the re-releases would be.
Right.
They don't get to flex. You don't get to flex with a
exactly
re-release.
Ecto flex.
Nobody gets to flex when they can be like, well, I have the original Ghostbusters line, except I bought them at Walmart and they're all peg warming for the last 6 months. So like,
and it's missing logos off the packaging because of.
But here's another extension to this question, though. There are people like, cool, we've got the 4 real Ghostbusters, we got 4 or 5 ghosts, we've got the Ecto 1. I want the Ecto 1. And like, there's people who want them to re-release the entire line. And for me, I don't like that. I like that I like doing little pieces of it, but I don't think it's
redundant.
It is redundant. I would rather see new real Ghostbusters figures with modern articulation, and I think all of us want.
There should be like a reason,
or even just new retro style figures that just like they're doing with the Mandalorian.
Right.
You know how they're doing like retro.
That's my ultimate
retro Mandalorian figures. If they did retro real Ghostbusters Afterlife figures,
yeah,
I'm all over it.
By the way, though, the Afterlife line, the 4 kids, whatever their names are, Spirit, Proton, Lucky, Podcast, whatever their names are. What are their names?
Spirit, some people
Lucky, Proton, no.
Trevor, Phoebe.
Trevor, Phoebe, Lucky, Podcast. Those 4 figures are going to look really good on display with your real Ghostbusters figures. They're going to look cool.
Yeah.
But the interesting thing with Star Wars retros, though, is like we live in a time. Pixel Dan's in the chat. Hi, Pixel Dan.
Up, Pixel?
Pixel Dan, let's put his thing right here. He says new retro style figures is what they should all be doing. I can't believe we don't have more things like those retro Mandalorian figures. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah,
1,000%. We 100% agree with that, because I think the thing is like, if you have the opportunity to introduce new characters into the retro style, what's different is with Star Wars is like they're doing these retro style figures. There's already 3 3/4 figures, 3 3/4. There are already Black Series figures. And now we're doing these retro styles as like a throwback. But we don't have that with Ghostbusters. Right now, the only Ghostbusters figures besides the Plasma series, is the real Ghostbusters figures, are the retro ones. And it makes me a little bummed out because I'm like, I really want updated. I either want new characters in the retro style, like give me a Walter Peck and a GB accurate, other
Give me
characters,
like an accurate Janine.
Yeah,
An
a
accurate Janine.
GB1 Janine, right?
and for Star Wars, there's so many characters that they could be doing in retro style. Like I hope they do.
Kylo Ren with a vinyl cape. Let's
Oh
do it.
my
Yeah.
god, that would be so good. So there's a lot of
But Masters of the Universe, like Origins, they're doing that. Like we're getting 2000 X figures in the style of the original He-Man figures.
right. But I think
Which has me still thinking we're going to get like Skelegod eventually in Origins.
Well, I think the difference though is that with Origins, they look like retro figures, but the colors are updated, the articulation's updated. And then another comment from Pixel Dan. More ghosts, more funky ghost boogeyman, please. I think that's the thing we've always wanted.
Yes.
We want the ghosts that are actually from the real Ghostbusters cartoon.
Tap the well.
There's so many of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
And
like
People Busters. A People Busters wave would be amazing.
like the opportunity is there for NECA or Super 7 or dare I say Hasbro, who has the Ghostbusters license, to do a really great line of RGB figures. So yeah, it would
I
be
want an RGB Vigo.
yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And
RGB style Terror Dogs and Gozer. Give it all to me.
yeah. Well, that was the thing when you're a kid, you're buying all these Ghostbusters figures, and it's like you've got the movies and you've got the cartoon, and then like the toy universe is kind of its
Toys
own
match
thing.
none of it.
It's its own. The Ghostbusters toy. You know what? Forget it. Give me an animated series based on the toys. With just give me something.
Okay.
That would be fun.
So, anyways, I think it's an interesting discussion, and I don't feel, like I said, I don't feel too. Abby, do you have any opinion on it, on the retro stuff, or do you?
I mean, I understand where you're coming from. I said that it does feel at times redundant, especially if you're releasing too many or re-releasing too many. But I think that there's a special place for certain re-releases, but it shouldn't be too oversaturated. I saw that Beducci Studios was talking about doing Dino Riders, like what that would be like if they were to re-release some of that. Which, Jake, I wonder your opinion on. But I feel like there's a place for it in somewhere like that where it's so hard to find.
Yeah, I feel the same way that I feel about the other stuff. Like maybe don't like what you were just saying. Let's maybe not re-release all of it, but I would buy Dino Rider stuff is really hard and expensive to get. So sure, re-release some of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I 100% agree. But also
It needs to feel like a treat. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It shouldn't be
An occasion.
everything we're getting shouldn't be a re-release of the
Right.
same old stuff. But make
Everything
it a
you can
treat
find
where,
at
like,
Value
maybe-
Village shouldn't.
I think
Yeah.
kind of wrapping
make
up
it feel
that
special.
Yes.
kind of wrapping up that part of the conversation though is like there are people who part of the reason they like collecting a line like Dino Riders or some of these more obscure lines is because they're obscure and hard to find, and once it becomes
But again, that's gatekeeping that we were
Well,
just
sure.
talking about with that.
Well,
right?
but it's still going to be hard to find the original pieces, so they can still collect the exact thing they're collecting.
Yeah.
You don't mix the re-release stuff with the original stuff, and if you do that, you're a madman. So
Right.
if you're collecting Dino Riders and you like the rarity of it, it's not going to get any easier to find all the pieces for your original
Right.
Dino Rider Tyrannosaurus Rex. So
You're
fine.
It's not
two
dissimilar
separate things.
to rebooting a franchise. Like, people think that, they're going to make a sequel or reboot this franchise, Ghostbusters. It will
Yeah.
take away from the original. And that happened, but it didn't really take away from the original. It's like you still have the original. It's still intact.
Right.
With toys.
It's still
and-
there. Yeah.
Right.
By the way, we're all saying, none of us are saying what we really want to say. It's because there's the people in the Facebook groups that go, it's just as good as the original. And then Ryan gets mad and Jake gets mad. Everybody gets mad.
Spirit.
Well, it's not just as good. I'll say that.
So this is what
Fine, but it ain't the game.
let's do a little, before we get to sad
Not as
comments. I like to do a little. See, a lot of people don't know this. I'm an educator for my day job, and I'm a facilitator. So I like to, at the end of a session, talk about what we've learned. Okay, so this is what we've learned tonight. Okay. First of all, we've learned that I like to buy toys to have as mementos. Second, we've learned that I'm never going to be able to do an action figure toy review like Pixel Dan, who we mentioned earlier, by the way, before he was in the chat. I don't know anything about toys.
You
apparently.
summoned me.
I did. I summoned Pixel Dan, but like I'm not going to be able to do
Say his name 3
Tolerate this.
times in the mirror.
a comparison review like Dan with all the there's like Candyman, like Pixel Dan, Pixel Dan, Pixel Dan. He disappears.
Candy Dan, Candy Dan, Candy Dan.
Candy Dan. We love that.
That's a good movie.
So, but I do like my Skelegod, is what I'm saying. That is the whole
We
point.
learned that Ryan is a man of his word. If he says he's going to do something, he's gonna
I'm a man of my word.
Pixel Dan.
Okay.
It's
Go.
that part. We'll
Yeah.
just let him
There you go.
Cut
There
that
you go.
out.
catch up.
Oh, wait.
No.
The Candy Dan.
Put razor blades in my mouth. Something. Christopher Nolan.
Wait, hold on. Are we about to hold on? Because now the Candy Dan's taken off, and I'm
The
thinking
Candy Dan can.
that's what I'm thinking.
The Candy Dan can.
He reviews articulation, makes the world face good. Oh, the Candy Dan, man. We are losing our minds. Okay, what else did we learn tonight? Retro re-releases? They're fine. They're not for everybody, but they're not for, they're for some people. And I like them. I'm gonna
And
keep
depending
There
on
isn't
what
anything wrong with
and
them.
depending on what franchise they are, they're either gonna stay on the pegs or they'll be the first to go.
right.
Yeah.
They're either gonna be peg
Actually,
warmers.
even didn't Jake find Empire Strikes Back retros like on discount, piled up on a shelf at one point this
Yeah.
Yeah.
fall or last fall? Yeah,
Uh,
shit doesn't sell. Kids don't want old people toys.
They don't. They really don't. So, anyways, by the way, we have all lost our minds. I can't keep up with the chat, by the way. It's going crazy.
Yeah. At least we haven't lost the feed.
Right, exactly. And I think the lesson we learned tonight also is that when it comes to HasLab, it's probably going to be a Rancor and it's probably going to be Galactus. So anything else, if it's a Boba Fett jetpack, then I'm going to be disappointed. There you go.
I saw someone say Crate Dragon, which would be neat, but
Yeah, but
probably
it's,
not practical. Those are the biggest creatures in the galaxy.
It's a loaf of bread.
They're like 5
Not
meters.
gonna do that.
it's not going to be a
Yeah.
great dragon. Although I can't
Just
wait
a
to get.
Kaiser bun.
I cannot wait to get that that Cobb Vanth figure. By the way, I saw in a Facebook group today somebody met Cobb Vanth and took pictures with him, and all he had to get signed. What's the actor's name? I can't think of his name.
It's just Cobb Vanth. That's
It's just Cobb Vanth.
Justified.
From Justified. And the guy, all he had to get signed was he had a Mandalorian.
Timothy Oliphant.
Timothy
Thank you.
Oliphant. He had a Mandalorian phone case, and he got it signed because that's all he had.
I mean, good for him that he had that.
But it was great. So yeah.
That's like Jake getting a Slimer mask signed.
It is. It's the equivalent. So, lots of fun tonight. Do you guys want to end it with some sad comments?
Yes.
yeah.
All
Let's
right.
get sad.
Make it sad. Make it sad.
Abby, do you want to start us off? You got a couple, right?
Sure.
All right. So, Abby's now
Something.
coming into sad comments. By the way, thanks for hanging out, everybody. This is awesome. If we, some Cobb Vath refrigeration. That's very funny. Thank you, iBrandon3G for that. So, Toy Anxiety every Tuesday night, 9:30 p.m. Don't forget, this week on Yes Have Some Podcasts, actor Mark Holton. Yes, that's right, that Mark Holton. We're talking about the star of Leprechaun, and of course, Pee-wee's Big Adventure as Francis. I cannot wait to talk to him. Make sure that if you like what you hear, you're leaving a comment, subscribing to the YouTube channel, and also subscribing to the podcast feed, leaving us a 5-star iTunes review. And like I keep saying it every week, that the next couple months are going to be crazy.
Yeah.
So just strap yourself in. It's going to be nuts.
We're going to need those stars.
Yep.
It's going to be nuts.
That's
Yep.
why Abby and I have been dry. We're doing dry June
Yes.
so that we can have a very wet July
Oh,
of buying
yes.
very expensive toys.
That is true.
Okay.
I took me a moment to catch up, but I got it.
Abigail,
I'm ready for a comment.
are you ready?
Yeah, I'll give you context. This is from Power Rangers. Dino Fury is streaming now on Netflix.
Hold on. Your first time doing sad comments, and you're not even. These are not even toy related.
No, it's
not
just a good,
toilet.
shut up. It's just a good comment. Get used to it. I'm having a dry June. Let me have my dry.
Show toys. She doesn't do toys.
Y'all want me to read a book to you? Because I will. I'll read the whole book.
All right,
Okay.
here we go.
Now I have streaming Power Rangers Dino Furies on Netflix.
Okay.
Worst battle cry in franchise history. Lazy, lame, and not even close to being in league with other battle cries. Worst one ever. Someone doesn't like the battle cry.
When you sent that to me earlier, I was like, "What is this
He was like,
about?"
what is this in reference to?
I was like, "What battle?" Okay, so it's about Dino Fury.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have another one?
That's the only one I have about that one, which
Okay.
I liked. I liked that they were upset. I got another comment in relation to the mini puffs
Okay, that works.
being released.
All right, here we go. Ghostbusters. Mini puffs.
So, Minions. That's all I
That's
have.
all it says. Okay. Oh, that's really funny. All right, cool.
I think I'm tapped out.
All right, very good. I like that. Thank you very much. Everybody, give Abigail a round of applause.
Very good. Those were good.
Thank you. I live here.
Ryan, you want to go?
Yeah, let's do this.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Sad comments from the internet.
Hey, Hasbros. These anniversary Oh, wait. These are on the Power of the Force figures.
Power of the Force. Power of the Force. Okay.
Hey, Hasbros. These anniversary figures on legacy card backs would be really great in 3.75 scale. You know, the scale that you're commemorating. Nobody is celebrating Black Series boxes from 40 or 25 years ago.
I do like the idea of 30 years they're doing Black Series retros. It's just like a red box. People are like, oh,
Archive series.
I'm so nostalgic. I'm so nostalgic for that red Black Series box. I mean, I remember as a kid walking into Walmart when The Force Awakens came out, and there was 100 Finns on the shelf, and 20 Reys, and 3 Kylo Rens, and I bought them all. All right. What else you got?
I got one more. Let's
Okay.
do this. Walgreen exclusives, aka you'll never get it. Hashtag facts.
Wait, what did they? What's the Walgreens exclusive that's out?
That's what they're putting on the Power of the Force one, so they're wrong to begin with already.
That would be such a Hasbro move.
Yeah.
Can you imagine Patrick from Hasbro? Hey, Star Wars fans, we know you're super excited about the 50th anniversary of Lucasfilm, exclusively available at Henderson's local pharmacy in Boise, Idaho. There's only one of them. All right. Jake, you ready?
Exclusive at Shoppers Drug Mart in Canada.
That's going to be the next level. They're going to start doing exclusive to like local mom and pop shops.
The Kim's Convenient exclusive.
Yeah. Oh my
The
gosh.
Super A Martin Hateville.
Yeah, exactly.
Just
All
what you
right.
wanted. Ben Solo exclusive to Japan.
God damn it.
All
This
right.
has been cathartic.
This has been good. This has been very good. Jake, are you ready? You got a sad comment or two?
I got like 5.
Let's do it. Let's
it.
rapid
Roll-
fire. This
roll
is a
on.
long episode. We're good.
Keep rolling,
Okay,
rolling,
so-
rolling.
You don't have to do that.
So this.
Hey, ladies.
Cut that out.
Hey, fellas.
Cut that part out. This is from NECA's Instagram, and I'm pretty sure this was on the Wolfman photo. You guys fucked me on that TMNT in Disguise set. Very disappointed in you. You should have made that one right.
To him? You should have taken me to dinner first.
I imagine he's at dinner. No, he's at home with his parents. They're like, be careful. Jason's very upset. What happened? Did he have a tough day at school? Oh, you didn't hear? NECA fucked him. NECA completely fucked him. They did? Yeah, they did. Right. You know that. Well,
Right,
you know,
right there in
dating
front of
now.
his kid.
the mom's like, well, they put out this Turtles in Disguise 4-pack, and he really, you know, he thought he was gonna get it, but he couldn't find it.
Fucked him.
And he completely fucked him. He fucked him. I like that. Like I'm at. Like hold on. Hold on. Ready? I'm gonna do my own. Ready? This is that guy who just left that comment.
Jason. We call him.
He's Joshua. He's in therapy now. Look, I'm a toy collector. Been collecting toys a long time. I like my Ninja Turtles. I like those heroes in a half shell, but you know when I even like them more? When they're wearing goddamn trench coats. And I would like to own those in action figure form. I went to 42 Targets in a 3-day period. 10 states, the entire Midwest. You know what? NECA fucked me. They motherfucked me. And I can't even look my children in the eyes.
I can't sleep. I can't eat.
All right. Thank you. There you go. All right, Jacob, do you have another comment? We're off the rails tonight.
I'm telling you, I got 4 more, and they're all from Hasbro Pulse.
Hasbro.
Signs that you may have been fucked
Bunch of
by NECA.
Hasbros. Here we go. All right. Hasbro Pulse. Coming at you.
You
Hey, it's 11:19 in the morning. Here with sad comments is Jacob Walsh.
You are killing collecting with your money grab exclusives and price hikes. This short-term bubble will burst and ruin the Black Series line. Hashtag stop exclusives.
Ruined.
Ruined.
Oh, dude. They're going to rue the day they messed with this guy.
Absolute ruage.
Oh, my God. Nobody, including us, actually knows how the toy industry works, so this is very funny. Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Jake,
Another
I'm
one.
sending you another comment that you have to read.
Jesus Christ.
Here we go.
That only you can read it.
Let me get this straight. You're using the card back for a series run of figures that notoriously became a running gag due to the figure's oddly muscle-shaped designs for a retro commemorative figure design? Every collector regards this run of Star Wars figures as the worst in history of producing, and some genius in your marketing department thought this was cool? Wow, Hasbro. Just wow.
Hashtag facts.
Hashtag facts. All right. Dude.
Jake is our resident Daniel Day-Lewis. We should sing all of
Everybody,
them.
by the way, everybody.
Comment.
From that one I just found.
Yeah, I'm like, you do
It's
it,
also
Jake.
on the Power of the Force figures.
Everybody likes those Hasbro ones. Those Power of the Force ones. That's why it's
Yeah.
cool to re-release. The originals were weird, and we get it, but that's why it's fun to have a re-release because it's nostalgia. But
All right, so
here we go.
I got one more. This one's kind of long. I'm just going to do this one.
Okay, and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay. Why is this Hasbro Pulse? Why so many exclusive figures? What is the purpose of this exclusive figures policy? Favor the stores? You should think about the fans of the brands you represent and your fans. The privilege has to be for the fans who consume your products and not for the stores and these exclusivities. I'm from Brazil, and for me, it's much more difficult to buy these exclusive pictures. Many stores don't accept cards from other countries, and even if they are international cards, the stores that accept have a lot of stock online little. most of the exclusive figures I have to buy on eBay, and I have to pay 2 times, 3 times, 4 times the official value of the figure. Leave these re-release figures for exclusivity. New figures must be sold at all stores for all fans to have access. Respect the Star Wars fans and respect your own fans. Ho! Woo!
That was amazing.
That brought the house down.
I added the woo at the very end.
By the way, on most of the time in these sad comments, they actually reveal what the issue is.
Yeah, that's why I said there's a kernel of truth.
The kernel of truth is
Kernel of
that
truth.
this person lives in Brazil and it's really hard for him to get any of these figures,
Yeah.
and he's mad.
Exactly.
And I get it, but
Yeah.
Jake, that was
Yeah.
unreal.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Man, we should have a
Hey.
sad comment showdown with him and Ron Dan.
I'm just the vessel.
Dude, yeah, a sad comment off.
I almost asked you to. I almost asked you to cue up Macho Man's music, and I was going to do that in Macho Man's voice. But the 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, I was like,
That was like
that's
legendary.
Ric
That
Flair.
Yeah.
does sound like Dusty. It sounded like what I was doing earlier. It sounded like hard
Exactly.
times, baby.
Yeah.
You don't know about hard times. Hard times are when Hasbro Pulse said $50 premium subscription. Yet you still don't get your figures on time.
Full circle. You were doing this before the show.
You don't know about hard times, baby. Hard times is when you're trying to get that G.I. Joe classified Cobra Island. Major blood. And there is no major blood. And now there's too much major blood. That's hard times on her.
Now there's too many.
Hard times when the G.I. Joe Snake Eyes trailer comes out and it looks like a really bad movie, but you're still going to buy all the figures, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, this was a lot of fun.
God, yeah.
And I thank
we did
you.
it.
Yeah.
I thank you.
For sticking around.
And I thank you. We are Toy Anxiety. We are part of the Yes Have Some podcast family. And we have an unbelievable 4 months ahead of us with Ghostbusters Afterlife, Black Widow. I almost call it Scarlet Widow.
Florence Pugh.
Scarlet Widow.
Scarlet Widow.
And Florence Pugh.
Yep.
I'm just
Scarlet
a common
Joe's-
man.
Black Widow.
We got some fun stuff coming up. Plenty of toys to buy. Plenty of pre-orders to be fulfilled by Big Bad Toy Store and everywhere else. We thank you for your support. We love you. We hope that you have a wonderful evening, a safe and happy holiday weekend. There isn't a holiday weekend coming up, but there will be at some point.
Yes.
We hope that it's happy and
You
safe.
know what? Maybe next week I'll buy a toy.
Every weekend at work, like every Thursday, I like ask my peers, like, "Are we off Monday? Is there a holiday? We're not." Okay.
You're not?
So, and also we got a super chat.
Yeah.
This
we got a
one's
little
funny. I like it.
This one's to spite Ryan.
Listen, $5 super chat. Congrats, Ryan was my favorite, but now, damn. See, that's the same. It's we're pitting all
The
of us.
dark
against
horse.
each other.
Congratulations for being number 1, Abby.
Wow, you better. Thank you, Bill Gravity.
You know what? It's nice to know. Yeah, thank you, Bill, for acknowledging that books can be just as fun as toys.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Bill.
Guys, I think he was talking about Jake.
What?
For Abigail Gardner, Ryan Dole,
Which
and
one's
Jacob
Jake?
Walsh, my name's Craig Goldberg. Nobody's favorite, but everybody's friend.
Watch Bad Bitches on Monday. We're all your favorite.
That's my new sign off. My YHS sign off is stay tough, Marshmallow fans. But my Toy Anxiety
Sad
sign off
sign-off.
is for Abigail Gardner, Ryan Dole, and Jacob Walsh. My name is Craig Goldberg. Nobody's favorite, but everybody's friend. Have a good night, folks.
The Leonardo of the group.
God damn it.